Hey everybody, I did it. Here I am live and I am sharing with you this incredibly simple, nope, never mind. Sorry, incredibly simple way that one thing I do to get more sales and it takes you like 5 or 10 minutes. Sorry, I just updated my app and you know when you update something, it's like all these pop-ups come up. So now I'm like, ooh, what's that? It's like I'm like a cat, like with a mouse or something. Anyway, this process, it totally came about organically. It was honestly me looking back and being like, oh, that's odd. I got a bunch of sales for that one thing. Huh. And then I would changed it again, and then the same thing would happen. And it really was like multiple times as it happening. I looked back and I was like, this is a thing. Like, this is an actual strategy. And a couple weeks ago, my friend and partner in the Launch Architects was like, Katie, why do you change your Facebook cover so often? And I was like, well, because I get sales every time I do it. And it's so incredibly easy. Obviously, you know how to change your cover photo. Like, that is the simple part. But there's three things that I do. So I am going to flip this bad boy around, show you my screen, and I'll just sort of walk you through the few little pieces because it just works every time. And I mean, like for 5 minutes, it's like the best ROI you can get. And I have people with my launch strategy clients, I have them change their cover photo all the time. Like when a new PLC drops, when cart opens, when a new bonus comes out, all that sort of thing, if they have the bandwidth for it, because the notifications from these are great. Everyone sees it. So why not use this to your advantage? So let's spin this around and let's take a look. Oh my gosh, I have all these pop-ups now. I had to fight my way through it. Share screen, let's go. Okay, let's bring this over. Righty, oh, let's close that bad boy. So what I do for my cover photo is if you've ever tried to do it, you will realize that they are very blurry. I actually double the recommended size. And that's how I get images that are really crisp and clean. I get asked this amazingly often. And I just doubled whatever it is. I can't remember the exact dimensions. I don't know if it will actually tell me here. It probably will. Oh, maybe that's it. 1640 by 624. I guess that's what I use. Oh yeah, because I think it's 820 something. So yeah, that's what I do. And then save it as a PNG. Don't save it as a JPEG. So this is the one that I'm using right now. Just see if I can draw this over a little bit. So you might have seen that right now. This is my current cover image. And as you can see, we just copy them and mock them up. This took me no time at all. Like my assistant is an amazing graphic designer, but I know that I know enough to be dangerous, and I just sometimes like have fun with it and just like to get in there and play around. So this is one thing that I did. This is obviously a brand photo of me by brandographers who are amazing. I have this, oops. You see how this sort of fades out, the opacity? That's just one thing that I like to do in order to give you more room in order to write stuff. Not that that is super essential, but it's just something that I like to do. It gives sort of that nice finish. Definitely not essential for this strategy by any means, but hey, I'm here, so I'm going to show you what I do. And then I just put this color over top because this actually matches the sales page. So that way, when you are looking at the cover image and then you click it and then you go to the sales page, it feels like it's the same thing. It like gives people that like mental like feeling of like, I'm where I'm supposed to be, because it has that mirroring effect. Not that you necessarily have to do that, but I find it works really well, especially for ads. Could I pimp this out even more? Definitely. I could add a little arrow going down to the button, but you know what? Like, I just wanted to make something that was pretty and something that I thought really fit the sales page, and yeah, so that's what I went with. And going over here, so this is really where the magic happens. Obviously, you upload your cover photo, and here's where the rubber meets the road. It's actually putting in a caption, because people forget this all the time. And this is huge because, like I said, you get great exposure when you change your cover photo. You get so many people actually who like your page seeing that you changed that. So why not use that to your advantage and actually put a caption there that tells them about what it is. So the way that I like to do it, to give you a serious hack, is I just paste my ad copy, or I can actually grab something directly from the sales page and paste it in there. So it's not like you have to reinvent the wheel. You know, I like to recycle. I like to recycle my bottles, and I like to recycle copy, because if it works in one place, it's going to work in another place as well. So this is really where the magic happens. Oh, you know what? I could actually tag myself too, and that's probably going to give me more exposure. That's actually something that I try and do. And a lot of the photos that I post on my Facebook page is I tag my personal account. So then that way people who are my friends, because I have tons of business people on my personal profile as well, then they will see that I've been tagged in something. So yes, definitely add a couple links. I usually like to add two, one that is further up and then one that is closer to the bottom. That's just me. That's just what I found works really well. And like, look at the engagement. I've had some great conversations with people on this post, which is totally not at all what I intended, but like, we've honestly dug into like so many great things and had so many fun little chats on that, totally unexpectedly. So now we have two things. We have the image, we have the post copy and include your links. Now we're going to go to the third one, which is the button. I completely forgot about this the other week, and someone else was like, "Hey, your button isn't working," and I'm like, "Oh, thanks," because I had it for an offer that had expired. So it's good to remember there are three things, and then that way you can go boom, 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 and go through them all and not miss one, and then have that button actually going to the offer as well. So then that way it's like a whole cohesive package of things. One other thing I wanted to mention is this cover image. So we're seeing it on desktop, but on mobile, it's actually very tiny. It's only like the center. So that is why I try to center the text, even if it doesn't necessarily look the best. Like from a design perspective, I would like to sort of be off to maybe a third of it. But this is where you get also more exposure on your on mobile as well, because chances are most of your people are coming on mobile. And another little tip, make sure that your sales page that you have there, or your landing page if you're just promoting a freebie, is super mobile friendly. This is incredibly important, you guys. I can't talk about it enough, but I won't bore you, because that gives you 3 good things that you can do. Only takes a few minutes. Like honestly, it takes me like 5 or 10 minutes, and I get sales every time. It's just such a pleasant, easy, fun way. And look at the conversations we had. You can really connect with your people. So if you liked this, if you're gonna do this, let me know. If you have a friend, just, give them a little virtual tap on the shoulder, let them know in the comments, give them a little taggy poo. And I mean, I definitely use my page for my business a lot, and you can see I don't have a huge following. It's just everybody who's here really wants to be here.